It is Wednesday, May 6th, 2020, and today we have another math lesson. Today we're going to talk about different objects to add. Um, you do not need any papers for this. I want you to listen and watch. Now on this page we're making two addition sentences. I will make a line that goes down the middle to show you that we're doing two separate problems. Let's look on the left-hand side. I see some Unifix cubes in there in a stack. I think by looking at them, they're 10 because often they make a stack of 10 Unifix cubes. But I'm going to make a small dot on each one of them just to make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I do have 10 dots there. And I'm doing an addition problem. So I'm going to start my problem by writing the number 10, which is a 1 and a 0. Next I have plus. And guess what? I see more Unifix cubes. So I'm going to put a dot in those to see how many I have there. I have 1, 2. So I'm going to write the number 2. So far my number sentence goes 10 Unifix cubes plus 2 Unifix cubes equals. Now I'm going to do it the old-fashioned way. By doing it the old-fashioned way, I'm going to count all the Unifix cubes in here. Then I'm going to add those onto it. Like, watch. I'm going to cross them out one at a time. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. Wait, let me count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And so, yes, I have 10 there. Now, what comes after 10? We go 11 and 12. So 10 plus 2 equals 12. How do you write a 12? Guess what? I take the 1 from the 10, and I make a 1. And I take a 2 from there, and I write a 2, and that's the number 12. So 10 plus 2 is 12. Or I could have done another way. After counting to make sure I had 10 Unifix cubes there, I can go, what's after 10? I just go 11 and 12, and I write 12. Let's go to the next problem. Let's look at the next long stack. I bet there's 10 there. Let me count just to make sure. I'm going to put a small dot on each one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And yes, there were 10 dots there, so I'm going to write the number 10. It's also an adding problem. So now I have to count how many cubes I have next to it. Let's count slowly. 1, whoops, it didn't even show. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have 4 there. So I'll go 10 plus 4 equals. Now let's count them all to see. I'm going to do the old-fashioned way by counting them all at one time. Let's begin. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. So I write 14. To write 14, I take the 1 from there, I go 1, and then I write 4, 14. Or I could count it another way. I know I have 10 here, don't I? And right away I know after 10 it comes 11, 12, 13, and 14. So 10 plus 4 is 14.
Okay, here we have some 10 frames. Now this is the way you're used to seeing a 10 frame. I'm going to draw a line right down the middle so you don't get mixed up, okay? Because these are two different problems. Let's look on the left-hand side first. And we see two 10 frames, right? Now, first of all, you may have forgotten what a 10 frame is. Let me circle a 10 frame. That's a 10 frame. Whoops. Let me erase one went over. Oops. This is a 10 frame. And the reason it's a 10 frame is because it has 10 squares in it. Remember, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And this also below it is another 10 frame. And let's count to be sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we call them each a 10 frame because they have 10 squares in them, right? I just counted to show you that they each have 10 squares in each one of them, okay? Very good. Okay, now we're going to make a problem on the one to the left. So look to the left, the ones I've just circled. Now, if I put a dot on if I put a red dot in each of the square in the first top 10 frame, I'll have 10 circles. Watch. I'm going to do a dot. Whoops, I meant to do red. I'm going to put a red dot, 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 and a red dot. Now, if I have a dot in every square in the 10 frame, how many dots should I have? Most of you know this, but let's think of for those that don't. Okay, I have 10 squares there. Each square has one dot. So I should have 10 dots. I'm going to show you. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So if you have drawn a circle in every single square in the 10 frame, you have 10 dots. So I have an addition problem below that. So I'm going to write the number 10 because that's how my problem will begin. Now I'm going to draw some dots on the bottom frame, which is also a 10 frame. But I'm not going to draw a dot in each one, and I'm going to draw a different color of dot so we don't get mixed up. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3. So I'll count them again. 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to write the number 3 here. Now I have 10 red dots and 10 blackish blue dots. How many dots do I have all together? That means I have to count them all and figure out how many dots I have in all. Now, let me begin first by the old-fashioned way, okay? We're going to count them all. I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I have 13 dots. So 10 plus 3 would be 13, and I have to think, how do you make a 13? Oh, I know. I take the 1 from the 10, and I take the 3, and that makes 13. A 1 and 3 is 13. Or there's another way I can count it. Remember, on the top frame, I have 10 dots. I have every square has a dot, and there are 10 squares. So I have 10 plus one more, it's 11. One more is 12, and one more is 13. So I have 13 altogether. Now, let's look at the slide to the picture to the right. Again, I have two 10 frames. I have a 10 frame up here, and it has 10 squares in it. Watch. 1, I'll put a dot in each one. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 10 10 squares in there. That's what's called a 10 frame. It's like a picture frame. The part that goes around is like a picture frame, and it has 10 squares in it. Now, again, I'm going to make a circle in each square. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I know I have 10 circles in there because I counted as I drew them. I also know that there's 10 squares in that 10 frame. And each square has a circle, so I write the number 10. I'm doing another addition problem because, see, I have a plus sign. This time, I'm going to draw 1. Uh-oh, that did not work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 circles. I just counted 6, and I counted 6 because you could hear me count. So I'm going to write the number 6 in the next one. So far my sentence says 10 plus 6 equals. Now remember, there are two ways I can do this. I can count them all, or I can do it another way. First, let me do it the old-fashioned way. I'm going to count them all. So let's begin. I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. So now I need to write 16. How do you write 16? Oh, it's a 1 and a 6. Because a 1 there and a 6. 16. I can also do it a different way. Now, I know that I had 10 in this frame, didn't I? So, let's see what's more than 10. What comes after 10? Let's put a blue dot on it. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. So 10 plus 6 is 16. Now, I know we haven't done it for a while, but I thought it would be very nice to practice again because you're going to be doing a lot of this in first grade. Now, let's go to the next slide. Okay, on this slide, we have some